Hey, it's your DJ Train here with Rocket Express TV. Hopefully get radio station up here soon. Um, kind of, you know, the only one here in the studios at the moment, but I'm good. But instead I'd like to talk about some things about life. Um, as y'all know, I moved back to Missouri, okay? And, I'm 35 years old, okay? I've had to watch everybody else have a relationship, which is fine. With the way I've been busy for the last 15, 20 years, I really didn't have time for a relationship. But I've had to wait on others to deal, and 9 times out of 10, when they got done with their relationship, they'd already found somebody else, which is fine. Well, anyways, I know you don't want to hear anything about my boring love life, but that's beside the point. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Um, Obama, he's wanting to do Syria thing. I think it'd be better, best thing to let the United Nations take care of it, and let's put some money back into our food stamp and stuff like that to help people insurance. I come across somebody the other day, and I didn't know there was these people left. I know the economy's gotten so bad that people have all went to getting help from DFS or SSA or whatever. Like the SSA folks, either it's time for them to retire or they can't work. Um, so given that said, um, I think it'd be best we kept the money here and let the United Nations take care of it. Um, WWE, I'm not real happy with the situation going on there. JR said in his blog last week that there is a difference between bullying and on-air wrestling villain. I don't care. This is my opinion, okay? I don't care. This is why. They're trying to have a PG-13 friendly atmosphere. Bullying people, parents are going to turn off. Parents are going to turn off their TV. They just are. They won't care. They see somebody bullying on deal, and it's hard for them, the kids, to see it. What they're doing to Daniel Bryan is not right. Last Monday night, Edge came on. Yes, the Radio Hour Superstar. If you haven't been keeping up on it, you ought to go watch Hulu Plus. I'm going to send the kudos out to Hulu's Plus because they've got Raw on Hulu Plus right now. But they basically treated him like crap. He wasn't right. But what are they supposed to do? What's he supposed to do? He don't work here anymore. There was a rumor floating around the other day that Shane's going to come back and save us all. I don't think Shane really cares about WWE. He's got other options of doing stuff. You know, I'll say that. Okay, he just was a COO of some organization, nameless to say. I don't see him coming back to WWE. Now, I would see actually coming back to WWE for Shane McMahon would be like Batista or maybe Hulk Hogan. They all say never, never mean never. Um, um, so, given that said, you know, oh, uh, my nephew, he has ADHD and things that normal kids have is just kind of hard to um, discuss it. But the thing is, my father had it too. It's they called it dual personalities back then. Now some doctors call it bipolar. I don't know. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a health person. I don't know. That was my aunt. She read up on the healthy stuff. But as far as doctors and such, we don't have any in this family. Um, so, but it's kind of a hard thing to deal with. And I've been kind of busy here lately, and I'm sorry about that. But I'm hoping to get the things going good again. As you see, I've got a different background. This is a nice place. Here, it don't rent for much, and the utilities are good. You know, when I was up there in Iowa in the greater Des Moines area, uh, um, you know, it was there was a house on 7th Street there that was a piece of crap. They didn't want to do anything with it. Um, I thought, what's wrong? But it was too big of a house for us. It was a 4 to 5 bedroom, 3 bath. It's too big for us, but the landlord doesn't want to put any money into it. That's great. He should say that before he has people move in, and then work some kind of deal where they can put in money themselves. If you are in the greater southeast area, be careful who you rent from. In Keokuk, Fort Madison, Burlington, just be careful who you rent from. There is one in there. I'm going to leave his name out of this broadcast, but let's just say he talks you into moving in, and then he don't want to do anything. Things simple as changing out a dryer plug is not in top priority. Don't get. That's what don't give. It's leaking to the dining room um, ceiling. Where here, some people say the landlord here is kind of weird, but this is about being set for the house I lived in over by Joplin, Missouri. This has been the nicest house I've ever been in my life. You know, given that said, and all that matter, um, you know, I grew up in a farmhouse just southwest of Bernal, Missouri. Um, about so many miles. I'm not going to tell you where at because I never tell you exactly where I was or where I was living. But those of you that know me, watch the broadcast, know where I lived. I showed you where I lived. Because but it was a 320-acre farm with a big white barn, beautiful barn. My grandfather kept it painted so many times in his lifetime. I mean, he kept it up. He kept the house up, etc., etc. Alright, my nose gets itchy only when I get on YouTube. It's a YouTube syndrome. Anyways, I got my new headphones from DJTRAIN. They were $15 a piece. I probably should have did the unboxing on them. They come in red, blue, purple, and yellow, I believe. Okay. You ought to go grab you one. They're pretty good when you listen to music. And all this is a rubber tube. So your mic is actually up in here. And then there's a volume control right back here. Yes. I've seen it on sale, and I got me one. I like good sets of headphones. I like it when you go to sit on one, it don't break. I like it when they get wrapped around your chair and they don't break. Sorry, nose gets itchy. Maybe that'll help. It was a beautiful land out there. It's not as beautiful anymore. A lot of things changed out that way. But the thing is, we all remember when we grew up. That's an exercise I want everybody to do here on Rocky Express TV this week. I want you to comment and subscribe down at the bottom. And I want you to say a little bit about where you grew up. Maybe not the exact town like I did, but maybe say, I grew up and I went to school at so-and-so. You know, like, I have a friend that lives in Arizona now, and she grew up in the greater Phoenix, Arizona area. So you would say, I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona. I live in the greater blank area now, and I went to school at Phoenix High. That's all you could say. Like to say, my mother, she was my late mother. She passed away back in May, but she was from Atlanta. She was raised in Smyrna. She went to a big high school. They got high schools here where I live now, bigger than the one I went to in Bernal. I'm like, oh, where did all this come from? Like classrooms. There are 9 classrooms here for kindergarten. Huh? I mean, I'm sure it's worse in the bigger cities. There's probably several. Ever get my nose to quit itching. But I'd rather talk about real life stuff than to talk about WWE. It's such a mess. You watch it if you want to. That's fine. I'm going to continue watching it. There's not much to say anything about. My sister Angel's on the text. She's out in town today doing errands. Usually she does a show with me. Maybe I'd get her on the later part of the week. I've been doing a lot of shows with my little man, DJ Little Man. He's been busy too trying to get his things together. Okay. I don't know what CMI means. She just said thanks to a CMI. Oh, she's talking about traffic. She's riding a disabled taxi that we have here that's real nice. It only takes donation. It's great. Let's talk about the economy. What I think about should work with the economy. One, the president should not send anybody to Syria. We should overthink all of our deals. We should be putting more money back into programs that work like food stamps, Medicaid, stuff like that. You can get Medicaid to pay for different things, but you have to jump through all these hoops to get new things. My sister's on a texting friends. Well, I'm going to finish this up soon. She's going to be home almost. But let's just go back to a bigger note. You know, folks, there was this thing on about Paul Harvey floating around the other day. My personal opinion is some of that's come, some of it isn't. I've been hearing about that stuff since I was born. I had a cousin that had LSD dropped into his lunch bag. I don't know where, and it fried him. He'll never be the same again. I don't even know if she's still alive. And they didn't do a lick of drugs. Okay? We were growing up out on the farm, told about drugs. We were told about drugs. We were told that to stay away from it. Folks, You ever thought about doing drugs or ever did drugs and you're doing them right now, or you're doing them right now, you need to get away from them. They're bad news. If you ever thought about doing them, don't do them. Only what the doctor prescribes you. Um, I am 35 years old. I just take what the prescription gave me. I never smoked. I may drink at New Year's, and that's about it. But I don't do drugs. You know, it just don't pay. I got too many things in my life that I care about. One is my nephew, Little Man. Another is my sister, Angel. Uh, you know, and I have numerous friends that I have that I care for. Some I care for too much. That's beside the point. Some I just wish they'd get out of a bad situation. I just recently had a friend that got out of a bad situation. She's now with someone else, which is great because she needs to be happy. Uh, but that's just beside the point. Uh, she's living life with no regrets. She knows who she is. She watches this broadcast. I'm really, really happy for her. So, I'm happy with my friends doing what they do, and that's great. I'm going to send a shout out, shall we send out a shout out to DBDKMP over on the Black True Death King Evil deal, or the Black King channel. He's down in Georgia, and he sounds like he's doing mighty fine. We send a salute to you there, DBDKMP. I think I'm going to finish this up. My sister will be home soon. She may be home. Anyways, everything's going good here until next week. Have a fine one today and better one tomorrow. We be gone. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining in. And please subscribe. Don't forget. You got any questions for me? Don't hesitate to ask me.